fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the ring.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel, and they're ready to go as they get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready? 5-9.
All day, dog.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Easy.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Ready? 95-56. 95-56.
I'm here all day. I'm here.
Now on second and 13. Brees. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe.
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. From the gun, it's Brees. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 31 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Chubb with a carry on 1st down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the pass.
To throw, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
First down. First and 10.
54.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
180. Check.
44-yard line.
Here we go, D.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7. Browns nothing.
180. Hey, they're scared.
Mayfield on 1st down. He finds his drive with Beckham. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 36 yards, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2.
Watch the curve.
Throwing, Mayfield to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So why go for that there? 1st half, you could have tied the game at 7. Why try to get the lead?
Feels like an analytics call, doesn't it? That's starting to really get into the game where they're studying where you can make extra points and the whole deal and, get an advantage. But I don't know that we have enough data yet to really say this is the right play or the wrong play. Maybe in 2 or 3 more NFL seasons.
Change.
Exactly. 2 or 3 more NFL seasons, I think we'll have a much better study and much better case of what we're going to do.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Looking long for Thomas. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 60 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. He finds Beckham complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Browns have taken the lead. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. From the gun, Mayfield. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot, and people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber turnover, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? From just shy of midfield, Mayfield got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Fourth down, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And the Saints will have the football back. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Let's go, Pete.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Mayfield now. This is the tight end, Njoku. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And again, it's Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, 28 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Breeze now. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. It's a big play there for the Browns. And even 50 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. He'll try and run it. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2.
Check back.
Mayfield looks to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you leaned back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of... And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Running the jet sweep, Landry, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mayfield to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. Breeze now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Breeze's throw on target to Cook, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Breeze now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Here's Breeze to throw. Look at him go. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared. I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas, and it's third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw, Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
The tackle made back at the 25-yard line.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.